Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. Very nice to see all of you here this morning. This is episode 100. We finally made it. Felt like this was never ever going to happen. You know, like in the beginning when we were doing an episode every single day, it went so quickly. For 75 episodes, we went live daily and it flew by. And then we started going live 2 days a week. And then it felt like it's taking forever. But here we are, and with a very special guest this morning, Naji Haddad from Beirut in Lebanon. And really looking forward to hear his story and everything that we have to celebrate today, and his view on life and a whole host of other things. I'm really looking forward to introducing him to you. Just first off, thank you to Kobus Klein. Kobus, thank you for putting me in touch with Naji and for setting this up. I really appreciate it. I know when, and you know why I think this is so topical is obviously because suddenly the focus is again on Beirut and that because of the blast that happened. I guess all of you would have seen the videos and the images and everything that went around. And I know Kobus, it was MDRT, their annual conference was happening at the time. And, Kobus immediately got in touch with Naji to find out if he's okay and all of that. But that was what we're going to talk about today. So today there's a whole loads of other things that we're going to talk about. And just to show you that, life is what you make of it. And I don't think that there's somebody better to bring that message for us than Naji today. So really looking forward to that one. So let me say good morning. Good morning, Ian. Very nice to see you. Thank you very much. Then we've got Terence. Good morning, Terence. See that you're up and about. Denise, good morning. Good morning. And we've got Malcolm as well. Good morning. Thank you very much. Guys, you've been like most other people on here this morning. You've been part of this journey pretty much from the start. So thank you very much for sticking it out with me. I deeply appreciate it. It's amazing. Tina's goeiemorgen. Thank you very much. Kevin, thank you. And thank you for your WhatsApp message earlier. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And then Kobus, I'm stood out to hear from my good friend Naji. Yeah, keep on living life to the fullest as life happens, and how we deal with it decides our destiny. That is so true. I think you should put that on a little image, Kobus, and send that out into the world. Because that's so true. Elmin, good morning. Thank you very much. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. Jaco Roots, goeiemorgen. Renate, goeiemorgen. Mark, good morning. I appreciate you being here as well, all the way from Melbourne. Hugo Blom, good morning. Nice to have you with us. Kuketsu, good morning. Nice to see you. Johan Vosloo, 100, baby. Yeah. Where are we? Thanks, Renate. Yeah, Batcave, Mark. I was excited to change the poster. It's been up there for a month. Poor Captain Marvel is done now. So, so going the Batman route at the moment. So let's see. Conrad, good morning. Charity, good morning. Thank you very much. Thank you for the congratulations. I appreciate it. Chart, good morning. Bye, donkey. Vadir, bye, donkey. Razan, good morning. Happy 100. Well done. Thank you. And then Henry Legranci. So I've got all my friends are in the house this morning. So thank you very much. I deeply appreciate it. And I'm ready to get into the show. So there's no announcements this morning. The only thing is, so today is quite a busy and, it's a busy day. 1, we're celebrating 100 episodes. 2, it's my anniversary. 3, it's Spring Day. And 4, Naji also have a celebration of his own. And we're going to talk about that. So let me introduce him on that point. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Naji Haddad. Good morning, Naji. How are you?
Good morning, Francois. I'm excellent. And you?
I am fantastic. Thank you very much. I never thought we would get to 100, so if I can live for... Thank you very much. And if I can live for 100 years as well, it means that there's still lots of time that we can do a lot of things. So I hope that will happen.
Sure, you will do.
Yeah. Naji, so good morning and welcome. Thank you for making the time this morning. Luckily, our time zones are very much aligned. So I think it's 9 o'clock in the morning where you are. So it's at least not a very early or very late evening for you, like most other people that come onto the show. But just a big thanks from my side. Naji, just maybe...
Yes. Francois, sorry to interrupt you. I want to thank you, Francois, for hosting me today. What a beautiful virtual coffee show you have. You are a real and an inspiring entrepreneur working from home with a beautiful studio and sharing with us an amazing content from your personal life, as well as with top speakers from all around the world. Your channel is really a university, my friend, for all the top advisors or the top life insurance agent all around the world. I congratulate you and congratulations for 100 episodes.
Thank you so much, Naji. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much.
And the big thanks, sorry, Francois, for our common friend, as you said, Kobus Klein.
Yes.
Kobus, he was I think the first person he called me from outside Lebanon on 4th of August to check on me, and we had a call, and I sent him a message at that day, and I really thank him for this loving, caring person. Good morning, Kobus. We love you from all around the world.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Naji. I need to contain my emotions at the moment. So yeah. So Naji, let's do a quick introduction. Just briefly, what is it that you do? Where are you based? And then we'll get into the rest of the story and what you are celebrating as well.
Yeah. You want me to talk about? Okay.
Just a quick introduction of yourself,
okay.
And then we'll get into the history and all of that.
Great. So I'm Naji Haddad. I'm from Beirut, Lebanon. I'm almost 20 years in the financial profession. I came from the banking sector. I worked from Lebanon, and I help Lebanese people living outside Lebanon also at the same time. And a member in MDRT, and here where I did a big change or a turning point in my life when I heard about MDRT, to become the life member, country chair, and now for the third year I'm the zone chair for Middle East and Africa, and all this is volunteering job that I do, helping or inspiring, encourage a life insurance agent to be a member in MDRT, because MDRT, this is the place where you can learn, earn, and grow. And today also we have another post. We'll talk about it during our session about life happens and what the meaning of life happens. Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, amazing. Naji, also, you've been building this business for the last 20 years, and really, you can just see your passion. Some of the things that I read up about you and the things that I got to know about you in the last few days, it's amazing from that. But what are you celebrating? I see there's at the top of your head, there's also something about a 100. What are you celebrating at this point in time today?
Francois, I have a phrase in my life that everything happened for a reason. When we were talking to have a session with you and hosting me, and we put a date, September 1st. And later on, you told me, Naji, this is my 100th episode. And at the same time, what a coincidence. Today, we are celebrating the 100th anniversary for the Great Lebanon. Yes, in 1920, Lebanon, he took the Greater Lebanon in 100 years. So today, we are celebrating this country who have a lot of big history. I put many facts to talk about Lebanon if we have the time, but today we are celebrating the 100th anniversary of our beloved country, Lebanon.
Yes, and let's get started with that, Naji. And congratulations to you too. 100 years is that's a century, right? If you start really thinking about these things, it feels like yesterday. But it's a long, long way, and there were many people involved over the years, to get a country to where it is today. And then there's this one thing after the next. It feels like it feels like you're moving forward, and then you're moving backwards, and then and it goes like that everywhere. There's a few countries that have a lot of people said, "Oh, I just want to move there," and then now they don't want to go there at all. But let's talk about Lebanon and the history. Share some of those facts with us so we can really get to learn about Lebanon and the history, and then that will also set the backdrop for the rest of our conversation as well.
Francois, I tried to summarize some information about Lebanon, but I came with a long list. the first civilization, Lebanon dates back to 7,000 years ago. Lebanon was home for the Phoenicians, a maritime culture that flourished for almost 3,000 years. Then it was ruled by the Roman Empire. The Osman, the French Mandate, witnessed crises and wars, starting from World War I, Civil War, many wars, other wars. The country had a lot of monastic tradition, known as the Maronite Church, and has a combination of 18 religions. There are 4 million Lebanese living in Lebanon, but there is 18 million Lebanese living outside Lebanon. Yes, the Lebanese diaspora helped spread the Lebanese culture globally and help different parts of the world in the following sectors: tourism, agriculture, commerce, banking, education, health, arts, and music. Lebanon was the Switzerland of the East and Paris of the Middle East. But after the war that happened, it has been 20 years that the economy is striving to succeed. Despite all the challenges that Lebanon faced, the small country has shown amazing resilience. And this is the lesson where we can take from this country and prove to be outstanding. More facts about Lebanon: 4 languages are spoken. We have 42 universities. There is 1 doctor for every 10 people. The name of Lebanon appears in 75 times in the Old Testament. The name of cedars also appears 75 times in the Old Testament. Beirut has destroyed 7 times and it rebuilt again. And this time, after Beirut, Hiroshima, we will build it again. So it's all about resilience. Yes, a lot of facts, Francois, a list. We can stop with the list. I don't know if we have, for example, we have the only temple of Jupiter, the most important Roman god, is in Baalbek in Beirut, in Lebanon. The name Bible came from the city of Byblos. Lebanon is where the largest number of books related to Bible have been written. Jesus Christ performed his first miracle in Lebanon, in Sidon, when he turned water into wine. The Phoenicians in Lebanon were the first to build a ship and the first to sail in history. The Phoenicians too come to America long before Columbus. The world's first law school was built in downtown Beirut. Lebanese cedars are said to have been planted by the hands of God, which is why they are called the cedars of God. And Lebanon is the city of God on earth. Today, Lebanon suffers from COVID-19, financial crisis, suffer from the war, and above all, suffer from the big explosion that devastated a large number of human beings in the territory of Beirut. Lebanon will pray for you, and we know you will come back again, you rise again, because you have this resilience. You have this, the city of God on earth. So I'm sure we will come back again and again. And I should put some picture on the background to see some places about Lebanon, from Baalbek to Byblos to Sidon to all this culture. And thank you, Francois.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I learned a lot just now. And, to have rebuilt, 7 times, that takes resilience. I mean, there's something called perseverance. Yes, you need that. Drive, yes, you need that. But resilience is definitely something that makes that difference. And I think it's so easy to get, to a place where you feel like how many more times is this going to happen? But it's like, it seems like that's not even something that is passing the mind of the Lebanese people. It's just like, we've done it before, we'll do it again. And that is quite amazing. And, if you bring that back to business, so often you hear somebody start a business, the business fails, and then they just never try again, And here, do you think it's because, like, I mean, you don't actually have a choice. You live in Lebanon. So what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? So it's either rebuild or do what, you know? But this teaches you so much, and it's amazing. And thank you for sharing that history with us, Naji. So if I may ask you, what was it like growing up in Lebanon? Did you grow up in Beirut, or where did you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up in Beirut, and I came to life when the civil war started in 1976. So every day there is a war for almost 15 years. The civil war stopped in 1990, and I have a lot of memories about where we can sometimes move from place to another because there is a war in this place. So we go to have a house in another place. So also the war it come to this area. So we move. So Lebanese people they used to move, especially in the civil war. But let me share with you, for example, a memory come to my mind now in 2006 when there is a war in Lebanon, the last war with our with Israel, and I was almost 4 years in the business or 5 years in the business, and Francois, I came from a very poor family, and always I said to myself, thank God that I'm coming from a very poor family because I made it by myself. So because life is what to make out of it. And this is the journey. This is the happiness. So you feel that everything what you're doing, it's because of you. Sure, we learn a lot. We pass in very difficult times. And in 2006, we hadn't have a house for us. We were living in a rental house, and I took decision to buy a house. Many of my friends they told me, Naji, wait a minute. You want to buy a house now, and there is a war. We are in a business that if we don't sell, we don't make money. And I said, okay, so what? They said, if we don't make money, you cannot pay the loans. I told them, okay, so what? Naji, if you didn't pay the loan, the bank will take the house. I told them, wait a minute. Now I don't have a house. Maximum, I will go back to the same place. So, so yes, in 2006, during the war, I bought my first family house. And from there, I continue to always struggling and working and always looking forward to what we need to do. And Francois, to come back to our business. Many of us, they think our business, it's about commission. Yes. And this is what I thought in the beginning when I started in the business. Yes, I want to come because, I want to make a lot of money. I want to sell and make a lot of commission. Till something happened to me. And I was visiting a person. And after many meetings with him, he didn't take the insurance. And I knew later that he passed away. And I heard about what happened to his family. What a disaster, what a crisis, financial crisis they passed through it. His wife, she had to work as secretary to feed her small kid. From that lesson, from that time, I told myself, if anyone, he didn't take my advice, it's my problem, it's not his problem. Because I wasn't focusing on showing him the importance of our business and our mission and what we do for people. This is what we should, every one of us, and thank you for having all these people watching us today, my colleagues. I name them my colleagues because we have a mission, guys, every day, every morning. We have a mission to go and stand next to the families, next to our neighbors, our friends, our country. Yes, to tell them, because we are in a profession that we stand next to people in the most difficult times in their life. And this is the mission of the life insurance and financial advisors in life. And here I came with the point when I read a paragraph in the book of the Pope II, Jean-Paul II. He writes in his book, "The light of goodness shine in every life insurance agent who work with ethics and professionalism." This is our job and this is our mission. And this is what we need to do in Lebanon and in South Africa and all around the world. Yes, as Churchill said back many years, I hope I can go and knock on every door in my country to tell people why they need to have a life insurance and retirement plan and education plan and backup plan and financial planning. Because if I can do this, I will see less people in my country, widows that they are struggling financially. I will see less people, they came to age retirement and they're living or struggling financially. So guys, yes, we have a mission in life and we should remind ourselves every single minute in the morning. When we open our eyes in the morning, we need to remind ourselves, yes, we have in profession, it's a mission, it's not about commission. So we need to stand next to the people because we are the only people who will help them in the most difficult times.
Yeah, that's so. There's a couple of things you said that this is a mission. It's not about commission. That's amazing. I've never heard that one before. So, and that's so true. And I've always said, this business that we are in, it must be one of the most fulfilling, most rewarding, most humbling professions that one could be part of. And I mean, it is a blessing to be able to make good money on that as well. But if your focus is exactly on this, what you're talking about, like there's a mission, we got to get the message to people. And it's so, and we always talk about taking accountability. We always talk about like taking responsibility. And what you said earlier about, like if somebody doesn't take your advice, that's on you. It's your fault. It's because you didn't, it's something that you didn't do, or you weren't clear enough, or you decided to take that responsibility, and that is huge. Most would go like, what, I did everything I could, that's up to him. But if you're on a mission, you don't stop, you keep going back. So I think that's such an important message. And then there was something else that you mentioned earlier about when you were talking about your house. Like I don't have a house, I buy a house, the bank takes it back, like I'm not worse off. What a wonderful, and it's all about perspective. It's just like, am I worse off? No, I'm better off for a little while, but will I be worse off? No, I'll just be what I'm used to anyway. So it's cool. And that's amazing, Naji, to have that. My question now is, when you were a child, were you really aware of what was going on around you? Was that, did you live in fear personally, or how did you deal with everything? Like now we live here, tomorrow we move somewhere else, then we have a place to stay and then we don't maybe. What was that sort of like for you? Because I'm trying to get at, like, you've got a very positive and a very strong mindset, and you choose to look at the things that are great and good. Is that something that you've done as a child as well?
Look, Francois, thank you for these questions. Yes, in Lebanon, most of the people, especially as a child, and I born in the war, that we have a lot of difficulties. And as I told you, we came from a very poor family. But I can tell you, I have a good mother. God bless all the mothers for everyone. We had a mother who was a wisdom person. Always she was talking and communicating with us to see what we feel, what we are thinking, and always to push us for the positivity, and always remind us that, yes, everything shall pass, because there is nothing permanent in life. The good times not permanent, and the bad times not permanent. The negative, tough times will not stay whole life. One day it will change. So she was always pushing us to look for the positive side, or looking for a better future. And always she was teaching us to benefit from what we have today. And this is, I remind myself, maybe because she was talking to us and I was a child, but the first time I had the best training in my life was Anthony Robbins in 2006 in London. And I went there, and he was talking about live the moment, enjoy what you have, and sure, looking for a better tomorrow. So always rebuild or build yourself, build your personality, learn, read. So yes, and life also, because we had me and my big brother, God bless his soul, I lost him in 2017, and my sister, we start working at a small age. I think maybe I start working to help mother with all the expenses at the house, maybe at age of 8 or 9, and we continue our school and our university, and we're always looking for to be a better person. Guys, that's why I have this phrase, life is what you make out of it. What you want to build a legacy. What's your legacy? Every one of us, we need to put his legacy. What I want, sure, one day we will live this life. No one will stay for 1,000 years. We need you, Francois, to pass 100 years because we want more virtual show from you. We want more numbers till reach 1,000, 10,000 show. But everyone will live this life. What we want to leave behind us? This is very good questions. And every one of us, we need to ask himself, why I'm here? I have a friend, he's from your country, from your lovely country. And by the way, I love your country. I visited your country in 2014. Our friend, one of the top motivator or speaker, Max Moyo, he have a presentation about know why you are here. It's all about why we came to this life. Yes, everything happened for a reason, even if something we think it's bad. It's very tough on me on every person when he lost his big brother, a person that he teach me and helped me to grow up or to reach where I am today. But on 2017, maybe life, she didn't give him his what he helped people. But on the day that he lost or left this life, people felt what this person left behind. The good things. He was a good teacher. He was a caring, loving person, giving without thinking of getting back. And if we have this thought in our mind, let's go every day to give without thinking to get back. And don't worry, guys, God will give us 1,000 times more than we think we need. I learn in life, so living is giving. And by giving more, you will have more and more than you think you can have.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to ask you about. Is this living is giving, because it's also something that I quite believe in strongly. Is that when you help someone else, you're really helping yourself in a way, even though that's not your intention. It just happens, It's just, and I think we were put on this earth to help one another and to be resources for one another. So that is so important. And you talked about your mom that played a critical role when you were young. You hear that story so often. You have somebody with a strong mindset and with a positive outlook on life, and like, how can I be better? How can I every day just progress and become better and better? And often you will hear them say that their mom plays such a vital role. And it's important. And it doesn't mean that if you didn't have that now, now life isn't working for me because my mom did not do that. That's not the thing. Because everything in life we can choose, is it our excuse or is it our reason? Is it what drives us at the end of the day? And I guess my question becomes, because of all of this, and I think maybe if you've answered a bit of this question, but what is it that drives you, Naji? This takes a lot of energy, getting up every morning, and I know you said you love to keep fit and healthy and all that stuff, so that helps, obviously. But, from that point of view, what is it that's really driving you from the inside? Because there's no way that one could sustain this kind of passion and energy if it comes from an external source. It's got to come from within. And what is that for you that's really driving you?
Sure, every day you learn something new, and your thought and your ideas. And there is many turning points in my life. The two biggest turning points in my life that happened to me. First, when I attended a seminar with Anthony Robbins, and I think he changed my mind about what to think about negativity. Tell me about one time you thought about negativity and you had good result. So it will never happen. So positivity, it's what can bring you a good result. It's about what you're thinking, what you're feeding your mind. And yes, it's all about the law of attraction. If you read about Napoleon Hill, it's all about law of attraction and how you talk to your subconscious mind. And the second turning point in my life, as I told you before, it's about MDRT. And during my career, that I struggled a lot in the beginning to have what I have today and to build my company, my consultancy firm, But, sometimes there is a people, they pass through your life. God, maybe they send them to you to take this message. I remember in 2003, I was visiting a person to talk about insurance. And he was a man at the age of 70. So we didn't talk about insurance. We had some fun. We discussed many ideas. And he told me, Naji, usually people, they die twice. Try in your life to die one time. I told him, excuse me, what you mean, Tony, by this? He said, everyone will die. God will take him to heaven. We hope every one of us will go to heaven, okay? But most of the people, 90% to 95% of the people, they die twice. Their name, they died with time. So no one keep on remember them with time. So work in your life to die one time. So make sure to keep your name live as much as you can. And this is when I came with the concept to build a company or something, or to build my legacy. That's why I named my company Legacy Builders. And they asked me, Naji, what you do? What's your job? What's your mission? My mission is to help people to live with dignity and leave a legacy. Because one day, every one of us will pass away. But what's the legacy that we will leave behind? This is all about the legacy. Some people, they leave millions, billions. Some people, they leave a book. For example, Napoleon Hill, if he didn't make anything, he made his book, I forget the name of the book of Napoleon Hill. I will remember it now. So this book, oh my God, I Think and Grow Rich for Napoleon Hill. Or when he came to Robert Kiyosaki with the book of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or Anthony Robbins, Unlimited Power. And some people, they live medicine, arts, music. Yesterday, the president of France, he came to Lebanon. And the first visit he made it when he arrived to the airport, he went directly to our best singer coming out from Lebanon, Fairuz. Every country in the world, they know about Fairuz and the music of Fairuz. So he went to Fairuz to celebrate with her the 100 years of anniversary of Lebanon. So every one of us, he need to think, what the legacy I need to leave behind me. And at the same time, Francois, we're coming one time to life. Why not to live it to the max? Why not to live it to the max? We will not live twice. It's only one. So make it to the top.
Yeah, that's awesome, Naji. So, to do all of that, you need a very clear vision, right? So you got to be very clear about where you're going. So the one thing is, I want to leave a legacy. Yes, I am on a mission. Yes, all of the stuff that we spoke about, like, how do I view life, all of that. But then you need this vision. You need this picture of what do you want it to be like, and talk us a little bit through that, your vision, and how important is vision in doing anything that it is that you're really tackling.
Thank you for asking these questions, Francois. When I start as a life insurance agent, as I told you, it's all my focus is to make portfolio and make commission. And later on, many things happened with me. So I start thinking about, why not to raise the awareness with the people about what we do? Because what we do, Francois, as a life insurance agent, as a top advisor, and our job, it's not easy at all. We do something so important for people. We are in a profession, the most valuable profession on earth. My focus now, and all my focus, that's why I built my consultancy firm, okay, and I have my team, and I tell all my clients, you are working with a consultancy firm. Now I'm building a team to keep on with the same ideas. We make sure to have succession planning in my business, and I help people to build their succession planning. But the first client that I help him to build his succession planning, it's my company. So everything I put it down, written, and I have it. You can say, well, you can name it. I wrote my will. So if something happened to me, my vision and my mission will continue with my team, will continue with my company. And I have a good security. So I know if something happened to me, my family easily, or my team can continue with our vision to have a good consultancy firm helping Lebanese people in Lebanon and outside Lebanon, the Lebanese diaspora. And as I told you, there is 18 million Lebanese living outside Lebanon. So yes, we have a vision to serve our clients in a better way and to raise the awareness. And I was humble, I'm honored to name me as the ambassador for Life Happens in the Middle East, with my friend Panos, the first ambassador for Life Happens outside, because now Life Happens start to spread the awareness all around the world, because they were only working, this is a non-profitable organization working in America and in Canada, and now they want to go globally. So Panos Leridakis, my friend, my brother, he's the first ambassador for Life Happens, and now we are building a team. Cobus Klein, he's the ambassador of South Africa and Africa, to raise the awareness of our profession and about life insurance. And if you let me talk about Life Happens, today Life Happens, they start LIAM, Life Happens Insurance Month, Awareness Month. So today, in September, they do this LIAM every year. So I tell everyone, all our friends who are attending us today, please go to Life Happens, like the page, download the material, share it with your friends, with your colleagues, with everyone. Put it on your social media, because Life Happens is NGO. It's non-profitable organization. Their mission is only to raise the awareness about why to have life insurance, what life insurance can make for people, and they have a mission that life insurance, it's not for the people who die. Life insurance, it's for the people who live. So make sure to spread this awareness, and make sure to like all the page, Instagram, LinkedIn, go to a website, download the material, share it with everyone. And let's make this September as a month of awareness, to raise the awareness for the people about life insurance. Don't care if they bought from you or not. Don't worry. They will come to you. If you are working in a professional way and in ethics way, they will come to you. Just go and spread the awareness, and don't worry about the clients. There is billions of people, they don't have life insurance, and this is our job. This is our mission, to protect, or at least to raise the awareness in the people what life insurance can do for them and for their beloved ones.
And that's, yeah. And there's one thing before, because I do want to talk about, sort of the phase that, in again to rebuild once again. But before I go there, what I'm hearing you say over and over and over again, Naji, is that, if I also look at what you're involved in, there's a lot of giving back. And I guess that's why you say living is giving. That you do a lot of voluntary work, or volunteering work rather. You're involved with different organizations, doing different things, and just getting the message out there. And that is sort of really our responsibility to really do that. But you really owned it. I mean, you like taking this extremely seriously, and you're involved in quite a lot of stuff. And I think that are always the things that really show whether you say you have a mission or whether you are on that mission. And I think if I look at what you're doing, you are clearly in the thick of things, and you are on this mission. So just, from us here as well, like sometimes we think like we do this work, and I don't know, is it really making an impact? But there's somebody like you, there's somebody like Kobus, there's somebody, over in the US and Europe and everywhere that's doing sort of it's got the same mission and the same things. And together, that is definitely making a huge difference. So just well done on that, because again, that takes so much energy over and above running your business, building your business. So getting involved with these kind of things are quite important. Is it something that you would advise, every single financial advisor in the world to say, listen, you know what, get involved? Would you definitely tell them to do that?
100%, man. Francois, when I start giving back, and the first time I started giving back to our profession, it was in MDRT, as volunteering, as PGA, and to guide people where they can go, in which session, and to help them go there, or this session from here, helping the people that they don't talk English, to show them. So I start going into the volunteer, and as volunteering in MDRT, I learn a lot. I learned that, man, focus on giving back, and I can tell you can grow. And from that time, I started growing, really, without focusing on this. From PGA volunteering, standing on the door, telling people, hey, come on in, was giving them a smile and energy in the morning. Hey, good morning, MDRT people. Just joined with my friend Kobus, because Kobus, he have lots of energy. They spread lots of energy. So telling people, yes, come in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, music. Man, the first time I went to MDRT meeting, I said, oh my God, did this happen on Earth? There is something like this here. So, and here I encourage everyone who's listening to us today, guys, if you're working in our profession, don't miss being an MDRT member. Don't miss this feeling. You should go and see what we're talking about. If I talk for hours and days and months about MDRT, you cannot feel what we feel only if you will go there. And you start working as volunteering, giving from your time. Yes, and you see a top man. The first time I met Tony Gordon, the big man, Tony Gordon, I was standing on the door telling people and working as volunteering. He came to me and he said, "Thank you, Naji," because we have a name tag. Okay, so he took my name tag, Naji from Beirut. Thank you, Naji, for what you're doing. Man, to listen to this, I think for me, it's more than giving me money. Thank me for doing something, volunteering. And I start growing in this. I encourage everyone. And if you have an association in your country, go and help this association. If you have a charity in your country, work for MDRT, life happens. I don't know. There is lots, 100,000 of charities or foundations that we can help in our countries. Yes, our mission, and this is what I learned also from MDRT. They told me, Naji, you sell insurance? I said, no. What you do? I motivate people to be a better person every day. Where did you learn this? From the whole person concept? And you know what I learned? Because you mentioned that I like to stay fit and all this. I learned something from, because I'm a bicycle, I ride a bike. So I learned from bicycle two things. Life, it's all about balancing and keep moving. Keep moving. There is two lessons. So guys, and this is what I saw in MDRT as the whole person concept. They not only talk about insurance, they talk about how to be a better person every day. From family, in the 5 F's, family, friends, fitness, faith, and finance. At the end, they talk about finance. In the beginning, they talk about family. Who's your family? What you're helping your family? Because we start helping our society, our nation, our country, the world by being good in our home and by being good with our neighbors, our colleagues, by opening opportunity for people. They said, Naji, why are you doing all this? You have a staff and you delegate and you're always looking to grow. Especially now in Lebanon, thousands of people, they lost their job. We're trying to help as much as we can to open opportunities for people. Why not? And if you read in the Bible, there is a phrase talk about, it's all about what you're giving back to your society. God, He blessed the people that they help in their society. I don't know if I got out of the questions, but I always let's go back to your questions. Yes, I encourage everyone to whatever they think they want to give. Maybe you want to give a smiley face in the morning. Giving, it's not only about giving, not everything about money. No. Maybe good morning, my neighbors. Good morning, my team. Some motivation, a good word, a positive word, maybe can change a life for a people. Like many people passed in my life that they told me, like Tony Gordon. The first time I heard him on the stage in MDRT meeting. In this business, we can achieve anything we want to achieve if only we have the courage to believe.
Some valuable insights there, Naji, and it's incredible. I mean, look, I've never been to an MDRT member. I'm not a financial advisor myself, or been to an MDRT annual conference or anything like that. But you always hear these, like, sort of how the impact that has on advisors when they go there. but then also you take it to that next level is when you actually get involved. Because it's the same like what we've gone through. You said you also had a weekly show during the pandemic and all of that. And, it's either you can consume or you can create, it's a choice. And I think by giving back and by volunteering and those kind of things, that's creating. It's not just consuming, just being there in the room and just hearing all these wonderful speakers. So there is another level to this, and it's amazing to hear your story, on that. I quickly want to ask you if my facts are correct. You lost your office in this blast that happened.
Yeah.
Was it completely destroyed? Luckily, you were not there, obviously, because I think you were attending MDRT at that time.
As I told you at the beginning, everything happened for a reason. We have the annual meeting, MDRT virtual, the first MDRT virtual meeting. So I thought myself, and even I have a good, a nice office, I can watch it from here. I thought myself, okay, let's go with the MDRT members in Lebanon to watch it in a room, in a hotel, so to change a little bit. So the members, they said, okay, it's a good idea, let's go. So we gathered in the room and we were there, and I told my team to take vacation in this week. So, and the explosion came up, and I came to the office. Yes, it was destroyed. But the second day, and the day of the explosion, Kobesi called me and he told me, Naji, sorry for that. And we didn't know what happened. What we heard, what we saw in Lebanon, no one can imagine what happened. Until now, if you go on the street, you can't believe more than 220 they lost their life, 6,000 injuries, 300,000 people, they lost their houses, cars destroyed, everything, street, man, you don't know anything about Beirut. So Kobes, he called me and we chatted, and what you will do, keep positive, and I told him, I need a message from you, Kobes, to all our friends. Can you do it for me? Because I don't have the time, because I have to go and clean my office and rebuild my office and everything. He said, what? I told him, please send message to all our friends, to all our members, MDRT members, all around the world. Because every one of them, they will start sending me message and voice and WhatsApp and LinkedIn, on Facebook and emails, calling me. Please focus on the annual meeting. Please focus on the virtual meeting, focus on the ideas, focus on the motivation, and please make summary on every day of the rest of the meeting, because I want you to share it with me, because I need the good positive vibes from you, because I don't want to think about the negativity. And I start the third day, when I finish preparing my office directly, I attend the last day also in the hotel, the same room. And thank you for our ex-president now, because today Ian Green, he started as president of MDRT. Regina Bedoya, she sent us a very nice message, very nice message. And all this power came from what I heard in the last 13 years in MDRT annual meeting, with lots of stories that people came to the stage talking about what happened to them in their countries, from war or other accident happened, and how they came up and continue. So guys, life, it's what you make out of it. Negativity never bring a good result. Sure, we should learn from what happened. And it's all about, if I have a life, I'm still alive, so I still have a mission to do. When I move from this life, so my mission will stop. So we should remind ourselves that, yes, keep working, keep doing. And now lots of ideas coming every day to my mind. I'm working maybe around 18 hours per day. Every day, me and my team will go to the street, and on the weekend, to clean street, to help the oldest people, to bring some food, to, I don't know, to help in whatever we can do, maybe to bring water to people there. So yes, we need to always think about helping in every minute that we have and enjoy life. And that, you know, I can't tell you what I have a feeling inside me, but I have a feeling that every one of us, God sent us for a mission. It's very good to know what's this mission, why we are here, and always to tell ourselves, if you are in a place that we're not happy, move, guys. We're not a tree. Always do what we love to do, and money will follow. Thank you.
Amazing. Naji, well, what a morning. It was such an insightful conversation. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. Time flew by. So thank you very much for everything you shared with us. You're a true inspiration. You know, you look at, you know, sometimes in your own country, here in South Africa, we would look at certain things and go like, oh, genade, you know, and this isn't good and this isn't happening. And then, you know, you look at what you guys are doing over there and what you have to deal with, and it goes like, no, South Africa is it's a walk in the park kind of thing, you know. So it's really inspirational, and just know that your story, your mindset, your positivity, your view, your vision, all of that is having an impact. You know, it doesn't matter whether 20 people watch this show or 20,000 people watch this episode. It doesn't really matter, because every single person that do watch is going to get something huge out of today. So from my side, just thank you very, very much for spending the time. I see there's a lot of positive, you know, comments and people saying thank you, and obviously congratulating us on the show and that kind of stuff. But yeah, and congratulations on also Lebanon. It's a 100th celebration, 100th year celebration. You know, it's we keep moving forward. It doesn't matter what the pace is. It's about the progress and where we're going and the lessons that we learn along the way. So Naji, just as a last thing from my side, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I wish you well, and I hope to chat to you again soon and to keep contact with you.
Thank you, Francois, for hosting me, and thank you for this session. Thank you for my friend Kobis. And you know, as you said, if all the attendees or anyone, if they want to take away back, take one point, that negativity will never help. Be positive and always say, today I will be a better, a day after day after day. I will work on myself and I will live life to the max, because we are coming one time. So make sure to benefit from every single moment. It's all about life happen and what you make out of it. Thank you so much, Francois.
Absolutely, Naji. Keep well. I will see you again. And guys, thank you very much. We'll be back Friday at 3 p.m. Enjoy. Bye-bye.